Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about a business that all presents itself as mercy, learning, and second chances, court ordered classes, and diversion programs. On the surface, this looks like a humane alternative. Instead of jail, deeper prosecution, or a more damaging outcome, the person gets a chance to take a class, complete a program, and move forward. That sounds compassionate. And in some cases, it is. But underneath that surface is a much deeper business model. This is not just about learning, it is about proving correction to the system. The official second chance frame matters because it shows how the system likes to describe these programs. A second chance, especially for first time offenders. That language is important. It presents diversion as an act of grace and opportunity, humane intervention. But hidden inside that opportunity is a structure, classes, counseling, attendance, fees, and proof of completion all become part of a monitored path. So the visible story is redemption. The hidden structure is compliance. Most people think court order classes are basically educational. They picture anger management, DUI school, parenting classes, counseling sessions, or some kind of rehabilitation requirement. They think the system is simply trying to teach a lesson. That is the visible story. But the deeper reality is that the class itself is only part of the process. What really matters is that the person completes it in a way the court, probation department, or prosecutor is willing to recognize. The one on one counseling angle brings in the personal side. For some participants, these programs do create moments of reflection. They may be real conversations, real struggle, and real insight. And that matters. We should not dismiss the human value that can happen inside a counseling relationship. But the hidden business model remains the same. Even when the program feels therapeutic, it is still function as a documented requirement. The conversation may be personal, but the system wants proof. The family and relationship dimension expands that topic. Court order programs do not only affect the individual participant, they often reach into couples, children, and family systems. Parenting classes, domestic conflict intervention, counseling, and restorative work can all pull the private family sphere into the orbit of the justice system. This makes this topic deeper than just take a class. The class becomes a way for the system to say, if you want a better outcome, you must submit your behavior, relationships, and future choices to structured oversight. Group settings make the experience feel communal and human. People talk, listen, respond, and sometimes recognize themselves in others. That can be meaningful. It can reduce isolation and create a sense that change is possible. But from the hidden business point of view, the group is also a mechanism of monitor participation. The participant is not just learning, they are showing up, being seen, and building a record of compliance. In many diversionary programs, the atmosphere looks supportive, informal, and emotionally open. And again, that may be partially true. But what gives the program its power, not only the emotional exchange, it is the consequence hanging behind it. If the participant does not attend, does not finish, or does not satisfy the requirement, the system can respond very harshly. So the social setting may look soft, but the pressure underneath is very hard. A few of the strongest benefits are validation, applause, and conditional progress because it captures affirmation and positivity. Someone speaks, someone is comforted, people applaud, and it feels like progress is happening in public. That is very emotionally compelling. But from the hidden business perspective, this moment also represents structured redemption. The participant is being recognized not just as a person, but as someone moving successfully through a required process. The validation is human, but is also procedural. Progress must be visible, documentable, and complete. Community service and public repair reminds us that diversion can move beyond the classroom. Sometimes the system wants visible repair, restitution, or community work. That broadens the model even more. The person is no longer just attending a class, they are performing accountability in the public sphere. From one angle, this looks restorative. From another angle, it is still part of the same hidden structure. Legal trouble is being converted into supervised acts that can be counted, recorded, and presented as proof of reform. The deepest truth of this whole topic is that at the end of all the conversation, reflection, attendance, and participation, what often matter most is the certificate. The certificate is the currency the court accepts. It tells the system that the person did what was required. This is why this is such a strong and compelling hidden business model. The visible product is the class. The hidden business is selling proof of correction, packaged in a form that the institution can file, trust, and use for your benefit. Thank you.